This particular client was looking to hire MDs or medical doctors in Mexico. So our client, they were looking to build a 10 person team in Mexico. It was so good that they're now looking to have a 200 people team.
My name is Monica Vindiola, and I want to welcome Adrián Zepeda to our session today. Adrián is an expert in recruitment and labor markets, with over 15 years of experience helping foreign companies find talent in Mexico.
Thank you very much for having me here, Monica. It's a great pleasure for me to be here and to be able to share some of the insights and information that I've learned through these years.
So Adrián, continuing with our chat from earlier today, you were mentioning that lately you've been working with an increased number of companies and more diverse type of companies that are looking into Mexico to find talent for their teams. What do you think has motivated new companies or more companies to now look into Mexico to complete their teams?
All right. Well, I think, and from what I've seen, mainly I can think of three items that are very important for this success or for this to happen. First of all, it's the big talent shortage in the United States. Companies are not able to find the talent that they need. So they've been struggling. It's been hard for them. That's one. The other one, it's this talent shortage has had an impact in salary costs have been increasing. And it's not only hard to find, it's expensive, and also big companies have the necessity to grow in a fast pace.
Okay.
So having those two items limits the possibility for a company to grow in a fast pace. So consider having an operation in Mexico helps them relieve that. They can grow in their country of origin and they can grow in Mexico at the same time.
Comment below what you think about this. Share this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel to learn more with HotSpot by Intugo. Do you think the post-COVID era kind of taught us of how to work remotely, or do you think this has any type of influence on making it easier for other companies to think about nearshoring strategies?
Definitely. I think it was a game changer in the industry and in general and all around. People were a little bit concerned of how they will be able to work and how they will be able to continue their operations.
Right.
But this success helped all the companies around the globe to learn that having different modalities to work, like remotely, hybrid, or in the office, they're able to work and they're able to continue their operations. They're able to even increase their effectiveness in their operations. And definitely, I think it was a great step forward in the evolution of the businesses.
Right. So Adrián, what do you think will happen in the upcoming future for the nearshoring context? Do you believe Mexico will continue to play a critical role as part of this strategy? And what do you think Intugo is doing to prepare for that challenge?
Yes, definitely. I think the nearshoring will continue to develop and become more important to all the companies.
Okay.
And I'm talking about large companies, medium-sized, and small-sized companies. Everyone's going to be able to look for and to be able to reach for the resource of nearshoring, because that will definitely help them and be a tool to be considered in growing and developing their companies.
Okay. And coming back to the question how does Intugo feel about this? Like, what are you doing to confront this challenge?
That's a great question. At Intugo, we believe in numbers. So we have a very thorough system of research and development and investigation. So we always try to gather information about what the market is going to be, what the trends are going to be, what's going to be coming for the future for all the companies in general, the economy in general, for our own company in general, and and be able to prepare and be able to make decisions based on that information.
Got it. And specifically talking about Mexico, what attributes or characteristics of the country do you think make it attractive for nearshoring strategies?
Mexico has a very, very, very important location geographically. We are located near the United States, in the border with the United States, so that provides us with differentiation from other places. One of them being the time zones, being so close and being in the same time zones allows the real-time activity and the real-time answers from the people who's working in Mexico with the people who's working in the United States. Also, I think culturalization. Being so close to the US adds a level of culture that no other country in the world has.
Right.
So I think that's one of the main factors that allow and provide Mexico a privilege of being able and being a center of nearshoring operations in general.
Got it. So throughout the years, we've seen many success stories, right, of foreign companies building teams with talent in Mexico. And success stories I'm referring to, it's been successful for the foreign company, it's promoted their growth, but also for the people in Mexico that's trying to seek a professional career growth, right? What do you think are the key elements to make a successful integration between the company culture in the foreign country and the talent pool in Mexico that's joining their working team?
I think there needs to be a very well designed strategy. First of all, to have a very important figure of leadership, someone who's able to communicate with the teams in their operation and their extension of operation. And first of all, someone who's able to communicate in an assertive and effective way
Right.
what the company strategy is, where are they going to, and how the team in Mexico, for example, adds up to their actual team. It's not a substitution. Right. It's not someone or some team that's going to be something apart. It's part of the same team. And actually, I think that's one of the more important steps of it, being able to communicate that to the actual team working and the actual company in general, right, so they can understand the strategy for the company.
Right. And I find it interesting that, I see people around that are wearing the uniform of the company that they're working with, right? Or that they kind of speak in the language that the culture of that company promotes, right? Do you think this is important to actually be able to achieve a successful operation?
Certainly. I think being able to provide the identity of the company that they're working with adds up to a big commitment from the employees.
Right.
So they're able to commit, they're able to identify as part of a big team, as part of a larger team, right, and as part of institutional identity.
Right.
So definitely it adds up to that part.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, that's what's being promoted, right? We want people to understand that they have a possibility of career growth, but they have to be truly engaged and give it their best, right? So I think that works well for both parties. I'd love to hear about a particular story of a foreign company that was looking to grow their team, right? And to help them find that team. Something that you have enjoyed specifically.
Well, I've enjoyed every stories of our clients, but thinking a little bit more about it, one comes to my mind that it's a little bit more recent, and we always like challenges. So this particular client was looking to hire MDs or medical doctors in Mexico. It was a new position for us to hire. So what we always try to do, like I mentioned, so we decided to do a long investigation, okay, to gather information. We did some focus groups, we did interviews, we talked with institutions, we talked to universities in order to find out more about this talent pool, this position, specifically talent pool. So our client, they were looking to build a 10-person team in Mexico. But the particular challenge was that those MDs were not going to be like the traditional job. They were not going to do the traditional job. They were not going to be seeing patients. They were going to do some more desk job.
Okay.
Something more theoretical, something more paperwork. So in Mexico, this is not a developed work type of work that you will find. So we didn't have information from firsthand. So we had to do some digging in order to be able to provide and to anticipate some possible trends. And based on that, we provide our opinion. The client decided to start the team. We hired the first team, and what's very important of that is that they have their first group of 10 people, but they're not it was so good that they're not looking to have a 200 people team. So I think that's a very great success story for not only for Intugo, for the team in general.
Okay. As HR professionals, I think that you will agree that the fast-paced, technology-driven world that we're living in has really had an impact in the labor force lately. We're recruiting for positions that maybe didn't exist 5 or 10 years ago, right? How do you think Mexico is preparing for this challenge?
I think Mexico has a key point, or has a very valuable position in formation. I think that we have top-notch universities, we have top-notch educational centers.
Okay.
So Mexico has always been and has always kept in what's coming. Has always been in trend, has always been preparing for all types of areas, for all types of positions. I think Mexico workforce is well prepared in general, and not only by institutions or colleges or schools, also by companies like Intugo. Intugo has developed training programs. Intugo has developed formation programs for all sorts of positions in order to be able to increase or to be able to make the workforce more prepared for what's coming.
Thank you for sharing all those valuable insights. I'm really excited to hear about all the stories that Intuo will be writing on how more value is created as Mexico is positioned as a key player in this nearshoring evolving context.
Thank you very much for having me. It was a pleasure spending this time with you.
If you like the content, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Turn on the notifications so you don't miss our next videos. Don't forget to comment on this topic below. See you in the next episode.